Hey people, you know, the other night, right? I was just chilling, watching Review Tech USA, now known as Rich Tomorrow. He was talking about the Switch 2, and it just got me feeling like, I'm a charge up my Nintendo Switch and see if I have any motivation to play that thing at all. Bro, it's oh my god. Why is my grandmother so loud? Oh my goodness. There's a rainbow outside apparently. But I just first off, the performance of the Nintendo Switch. It didn't age well. Cause look, like Nintendo exclusives work well on the Nintendo Switch, but I typically don't play Nintendo exclusives unless it's Metroid. I'll play that. Smash Bros. I'll play that, but the third-party games suffer from lower frame rates. The graphics are downgraded. Like I have Wolfenstein 2 on my Switch. Lord have mercy, that is not ideal to play on a Switch. Warframe, I also I love playing Warframe, but again, it's a shame I got banned from Xbox on Warframe, so I have to resort to the Nintendo Switch version until I get my PC. Then I can transfer my Switch profile to the PC profile. Playing Warframe on a Nintendo Switch is torture. It's freaking torture. I even have Doom on my Nintendo Switch. Again, it's just... typically on my Nintendo Switch, I would play old games, Nintendo classics, Castlevania, and, you got your GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64 application on the Nintendo Switch as well. But you need a membership for that I don't want to freaking pay for. So what I do, I just emulated it. I emulated. I'm not paying money for that. Their older games are on the, the subscription thing. Like, my RG406V has them running at 60 FPS. Graphics enhanced. Nintendo Switch is just meh. The Nintendo Switch for me at this point is just a paperweight, bro. It's a paperweight. Real talk, I really wish I bought a PS5 instead of a Nintendo Switch, and I could have. I would have had the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. I could have done that. But, at the time, people were scalping the PS5 like crazy, so I wouldn't have been able to get one at the time. And it's kind of too late to get, like, we're so far into the generation, it wouldn't make sense for me to get a PS5 now. So, I'm going to PC anyway, because, games are third party. PlayStation games are third party now. There's no point in getting a PS5 now. But, man, I should have did that instead of getting a Switch. Like, I love me some Metroid, but, dude, PlayStation's got more games on it that I'm interested in than the Switch does. Like, the PS5 generation, in my opinion, wasn't the greatest, but I think... like, looking at things now, I think Nintendo is much worse. Absolutely. Nintendo is much worse. And this isn't like me picking sides or anything. In my honest opinion, PlayStation wasn't the worst. They weren't the worst. They did a lot of things I don't agree with. Mainly, I just think fanboys need to take their heads out of their asses and stop bashing Xbox all the time and just be critical of PlayStation. You can be critical of Xbox too, that's fine, but you should be critical of, the console you mainly play on. You know what I mean? But Nintendo is just literally, they're dead to me. Nintendo's pretty dead to me now. I have no desire to buy their games. at all. But I definitely want to buy some PlayStation games, absolutely. But Nintendo, no. No. No desire whatsoever. It's, man, that's, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, you know. It's Nintendo. That was my first console. The NES was my first console. Loved my Game Boy Color, loved my Game Boy Advance, loved my Nintendo DS's, man. And I'm gonna say this right now. I've said this time and time again, and this is why I don't like when people call me an Xbox fanboy, an Xbot. The PS Vita is what the Nintendo Switch should have been. I still use my Vita a lot. Not only do I play video games on it, but it's also my MP3 player. I got a lot of music saved on that device. Like maybe like 1,000 songs or something like that. Like the PS Vita was incredible. That's my favorite console ever. I love the PS Vita so much. That is what the Nintendo Switch should have been. For crying out loud, the Switch doesn't do half the stuff the Vita did. Half. Even the graphics on the games looked better. A lot of Switch titles look kind of grainy. I don't know if I'm the only one. Honestly, they ran, Vita games ran better too. I don't know, man. It's just... I don't know. I don't know, dog. Nintendo's, they're dead. They're dead to me, man. That's just how I'm feeling. They're dead to me. Absolutely dead. PlayStation was never dead to me. Nintendo is genuinely dead to me. I get no joy out of it. None. No joy. If I had a PS5, I'd actually use it. I'd be playing Helldivers 2 right now, probably. Probably a little Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin. That's my type of game. I would love to play Rise of the Ronin. Nintendo, on the other hand, they got nothing for me, bro. So now I'm over here just being a pirate. It is what it is. That's just how I'm feeling right now, man. Nintendo's dead. They're dead to me. Deuces, man. Also, if you want to join the Discord, link below. So, yeah, welcome to the hangar if you do join. Deuces for real now.